Why, hello out there, and welcome to Small Beards and Big Opinions.
Where the world is crazy, but luckily, so are we.
My name is Eddie Boyce.
And I'm Shaner. I honestly thought you were gonna say two dudes on the radio for some reason. My brain just like automatically went there when you were like, "Well, hello out there." I'm like, two dudes on the radio. Nope, that's not it.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
a few years out of date
Yeah,
for
it's
that
just like
reference.
ingrained in my memory.
Technically, we've been doing this show longer than two dudes.
Yeah, I guess so.
This we've been doing for over a year.
And we've come up with some great ideas.
And today's another great idea, which I'm going to assume I have a really good title that's explaining what we're doing today, but we're talking about how many things is too many things before it becomes weird.
No, I think How Many Things is Too Many Things is a great title.
Oh, that's not going to be the title. Just like that's
That's
the
it.
overall
Boom.
theme.
Done. You said it came right from your heart. How many things is too many things?
People are going to read that and like be confused and
Brent,
scroll past. That's a
cut the
terrible
check.
title.
Brent, we're good.
This is why you don't write the YouTube titles.
I'm putting that in the thumbnail.
So, okay, so this is Shaner's idea, so I'm going to let him explain it because I clearly don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so I can't give credit to the original people because I don't remember what video it was. It popped up randomly on my Instagram feed, and it was these two guys discussing their only example I heard, there might be more in the full episode, is how many owls would you have to see in a day to make you think something is seriously wrong or something's not right in the world or in life? How many owls? And I
Yeah.
was like, that's a great question. And then Eddie was like, what if we applied that to anything else? And I was like, that's smart. And here we are.
So I got the list in front of me. We're just going to go off of one by one and just kind of see where this goes. So, we're going to save owls for the end. But to start, Volkswagen Beetles.
Hmm.
Oh, before we continue, we should probably what do we mean by weird? Like what's like
Mm,
weird?
like out of the ordinary. Like if I, so let's start with Volkswagen Beetle. If I saw one Volkswagen Beetle tomorrow, I wouldn't be like, that's weird. There's something off. Like something's happening,
Sure.
you know? But maybe if I saw, like, even if I saw two, I'd probably still be like, yeah, that checks out. They're a decently popular car. But I don't know. You get up to maybe like, eh, I would say numbers higher than even 10. I'm gonna go with the more I think about this and the more I think, are we talking like modern, old, everything in between? Just
Oh,
generally
you mean like
Volkswagen Beetles?
models of Volkswagen
Yeah.
Beetles? Sure, why not?
I'd say at that point, the number would have to be really high, like maybe, hmm, I want to say 50 is the number. I think it would take 50, seeing at least 50 for me to go, maybe 30. You know what? I'll cut it down to 30. If I saw 30 Volkswagen Beetles in one day on just like a normal, like I'm not going on a road trip, I'm just going to work, maybe the grocery store and coming home,
Mm-hmm.
30 might be my number, 25 at the lowest. For me to go, something's not right. Is there a Beetle convention in town? I don't know. What's going on?
Okay. I think this is trickier than it seems because of
Hmm.
two different things. One, I've never seen a Volkswagen Beetle dealership. Have you?
I've seen a Volkswagen dealership. I believe I live near one.
Okay, all right. I don't think I've ever seen. Well, maybe I haven't. I just haven't noticed. But like, okay, so that's the first thing. So Volkswagen dealerships that sell Beetles. That's already more Beetles than you're probably going to see in a week
Hmm.
in one side. So that's like the odd man out. So you can't like count that.
Yeah.
The second thing is if you're playing Punchback Beetle in the car with your siblings.
Hmm. Well, I don't think that makes more
Sorry, not
appear.
Punchback Beetle, Punch Buggy. Sorry, I don't know why I said
Yeah,
that.
but
Punch
I
Buggy.
don't think that would factor into it because you're gonna see whether or not you're playing that game. It's not like going to a dealership where if you hadn't gone to that dealership, you would see less Beatles. But if you're playing Punch Buggy, Beetle, whatever, you're not going to see more beetles. That would just be affected by the number of beetles you saw. You see
See,
what
I
I'm saying?
disagree. I think you would see more beetles because you're actively looking for them. Like if you're just driving down the road, you may not see every car that you drive
You
by.
active, wait, did your siblings play that as like an active participatory game?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was
Oh
like a
no.
manhunt essentially. Like you
Oh
looked
no.
everywhere.
In our family, it was just like if you saw a beetle, you did it, but it wasn't like you were searching for one. Now, I mean, like if I wanted an excuse to punch my brother in the arm, then yeah, I'd be looking out for one. But 90% of the time, it was just like a game of chance. Like we didn't seek one out. It just kind of appeared and we took advantage of it.
Yeah, sorry. No, it was it was
Okay, see, then
it
I
was
see
not
your
very
point.
nice in my household. My brothers could
No, I see
probably
your point. If you're seeking them out,
my
you
bro-
will probably see them more.
Yeah, so like that's the other thing. If you're seeking them out, you'll see more. So all that out of the way, let's just assume that. Actually, no. I'm gonna forget the dealership thing. I just want to throw that out there. Let's just say I'm not playing Punch Buggy, and
Let's assume it's your adult life and you're driving to your
yeah.
job. Like I said, drive to your job, maybe go to the grocery store so it's not just straight there and back to your house. How many beetles would freak you
Oh,
out?
and we're
Or at least
assuming
make,
like time frame like a day, correct? Like just one
yeah,
day. Yeah.
24 hours at the max. Maybe you're out for the full day.
Okay. I would say probably. If I'm not looking, 30 is a good number. I'd say even 20. I think 20, I'd
I
be like,
thought
what's
about
going on? Is
20.
there like a convention going on?
Yeah,
Or
you know what? I could lower to 20. I could see 20.
now, if I'm actively looking for them, I would say like 30 plus.
I have to think about it. I can't remember the last time I actually have seen a beetle. It's been at least a month.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen one too. They're not very popular out here. Like you see like old
I
models, and by out here I mean in Kansas. You don't see them very often. Everyone's in
I
the
wonder if
muscle
they're like
cars
a
around here.
reliable car or not, or if they're just like people are just driving them for the meme.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I'm gonna say they're not. Nothing shaped like that can be reliable.
Okay, well, maybe not that.
Hey, if you own a Volkswagen Beetle and you're somehow listening to this show, first off, why? Second off, tell us why.
Yeah,
Just think
is it
about it in your
like
head first, like wrestle with that, then tell us why.
is it like a fashion thing? Is it like oh my entire family's like into them,
Yeah.
or was it like it was the cheapest car I could find? Like just I don't know.
And again, this only applies to current, not current model, but like anything after the classics. Now, if you're driving a classic Beetle, yeah, I get it. It looks cool. It's a classic Beetle.
Sure.
But like anything after, I don't know, like 2000 maybe, maybe even the 1980s. What's up with that? There's got to be something we're missing here.
See,
Are they gas economical?
see, I would even say that even owning like a vintage Beetle is weird. Like that's a specific choice because you can spend that money for like I don't know, a Porsche or like okay, maybe not a Porsche, but
Yeah, but there's something about an original Beetle that has a look to it that
so
you
does every
don't get
other
from.
vintage car. Like why a Beetle specifically?
See, that I don't know. I can't tell you why, but I can tell you that a vintage Beetle is something that looks like it would be cool to drive. But a modern Beetle, I
Maybe.
don't know. I don't think I know anyone with one to ask them.
Yeah,
So
comment
yeah, if
below.
you're listening to this, tell us. Wrestle with your own problems first about why you're owning one, and then comment.
You make it sound like they're coming to terms with their
They should
lives.
be. If you're driving a Beetle in 2024, why?
Let people live. They can drive whatever they want. I'm just curious why they're driving it.
Well, maybe it's like a punishment.
Oh my god! Why? Tell me how you
Volkswagen
feel
Beetles,
about Beatles then. Jeez.
Volkswagen Beetles are God's punishment to this world.
What do you have against
I'm just,
Beatles? Where's this
I'm just
aggression
kidding.
coming
I
from?
don't know. They're just a weird car. They're such an odd. I don't have a problem with them. It was more of a joke. I am just confused though. Again, I want to know like, is it just because they're Beetles?
Okay.
Is it the weird shape? I don't know. I can't think of a single reason why you would drive a Beetle. I guess just to stand out.
Second topic. an uber famous celebrity. So like,
Hmm.
your Brad Pitts, your Jennifer Lawrences. Who's another? Dick Van Dyke.
Isn't Dick Van Dyke dead?
No, he's still. Oh, let's look it up.
If I saw Dick Van Dyke,
Let's look it up.
is he dead?
Dick
I'm like,
Van Dyke.
if he's not dead, he's
Yeah, he's still
close.
alive. He is
Really?
98 years old.
Oh, you know what that means?
Uh, he's
This
dying
is
soon.
the he's got to be dying soon. Like this is the year of I'm not trying to be morbid, but like this is these last 2 or 3 years, it's like every time you turn around, another famous celebrity is dead. We just lost who was it? It was like three in the last month. Big ones too. I could have sworn Dick Van Dyke was dead.
Yeah,
But
you'd
then
think
again,
so. He's like really
I
old.
also thought Drew Carey was dead for a couple years there. And nope, he's still perfectly fine and alive hosting The Price is Right. So,
Have you seen Dick
like,
Van Dyke with like the Amish looking beard?
no, I've only ever seen Dick Van Dyke clean shaven,
Let me show
as
you
in Mary
this. I'm
Poppins
gonna.
or Night at the Museum. See, I think the problem with this question is it would have to depend on the celebrity, I think.
You think?
Actually, I don't know. Because it also depends on like your geographical location too. Like if I was living in California and I saw Brad Pitt, I'd probably be like, yeah, that checks out. I'm in California. But living here in Butler, uh, so is the question how many celebrities I would have to see to think it's weird?
No, like one specific celebrity. Like if you saw Brad Pitt 5 times in one day, sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know. I guess side note, I'm trying something different by recording my Google search. So like I don't know. Maybe it'll make it to the episode. Maybe it won't. But either way, you'll see the picture that I sent on the screen here somewhere, folks.
Also, I'm just gonna put a disclaimer out there. If Dick Van Dyke dies right after or right before this episode comes out, I was just guessing. I did not kill Dick Van Dyke.
We are recording this on January 11th, which is a Thursday. So
You watch. You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna come out tomorrow that he died, and I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you the news article. I'm gonna start predicting other things. But no, just in case, as a disclaimer, I did not kill Dick Van Dyke. At least I don't think I did.
I'm glad you didn't.
Let me try again. I didn't intentionally.
I didn't
Uh,
actually.
okay, so are we going specifically Brad Pitt?
Do we need to come up with Do we need to come up with like a specific celebrity? I can choose one real fast. We can go with Brad Pitt, or you want to do someone else?
Let's just do a couple.
Okay. So let's
Fire 'em
let's
off.
just start with Brad Pitt. So that was the first name I said.
Once. If I saw Brad Pitt once, I think it was weird where I am. It's
That's
Butler.
fair. Location matters.
Yeah, location really matters. Now, if it were
Where does
like,
he live?
I'll bet you it's
Brad
California.
Pitt house. Known as Architectural Digest.
Yeah, please give me the full blueprints and all the locks of Brad Pitt's house.
Let's see. Looking. Oh,
Sorry,
okay. Well, he has several houses. According to this article, he has owned residences in Hollywood, south of France, New York City, and New Orleans.
I'm gonna guess his main was in
And
Hollywood
a
because
rumored property in the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri.
he doesn't like people finding him. So yeah, Brad Pitt once. Why do you need that many properties? Can you imagine trying to manage? Like, what if you took a trip and you're like, shoot, I left my luggage somewhere. Which house did I leave it in? The one in France, New York? Can't remember.
Actually, funny story. I was watching a YouTube video today, and um, I don't remember like how they got on this topic, but he was talking about what basically how people like these people are so rich that they pay people to move stuff for them. So like they'll just leave, and then a team or a couple people will come in behind them and just bring all their stuff with them, which is
I mean,
crazy.
that's fair.
Yeah, I mean,
You have the money to do that. Knock yourself out.
oh,
I
certainly, yeah.
prefer chucking all my stuff in a suitcase like a rebel escaping from a base that's being attacked, just shoving it all in a suitcase and throwing it in my car. But you know what? You do you, Brad Pitt.
So, anyways, back to the question. Knowing that he might, and for the sake of this, we're gonna say that he does have a house in Missouri. And Missouri is right next to Kansas, so I'm gonna say twice. Once I can
You're
believe,
telling
twice would be
you're telling
crazy.
me Brad Pitt. You see Brad Pitt in the street in where do you live in Kansas? Like,
Central
oh
East,
wait, yeah.
kind
Don't say
of.
where you live on the air.
No, like Central East.
You're telling me you're just walking down the street. You got yourself a cup of coffee, and Brad Pitt is just there on the sidewalk in Kansas. You wouldn't go, "What is going on? Why is Brad Pitt
Well, no,
here?"
no, no, no. Like I was so like, be like, oh, that's crazy. He's here. Whoa, but it wouldn't be like, wow, that's really weird. What's going on?
Oh, I would first time.
It'd be crazy. Don't get me wrong, but like, I wouldn't be like reconsidering what's happening in my life if I saw him. You know?
First time met, he's like, "Oh, hey, Brad. No, we're friends. It's cool." The
Shut
second time,
up.
he's like, "Whoa, Brad Pitt twice.
Listen,
Something's
in
wrong."
Pennsylvania, Ellsworth, Pennsylvania. There you go. I'm doxing you.
Ah, you can't dox me. That's not even where I live.
Oh, that's not okay. Well, whatever.
Ah, you can't dox me. You don't know where I
Shout
live.
out Ellsworth, Pennsylvania. Anyways,
Yeah, shout out to Ellsworth, Pennsylvania. What do they got going on? Nothing.
anyways, yeah, if you saw him then that'd be pretty weird. But like knowing that he kind of has a house, I could see him being around.
Okay, throw me another one.
Okay, let's just search. Let's search. Random famous celebrity. You guys get the nice clickety clack sounds today. Usher.
Once.
Once? Okay.
I
Yeah,
feel
I'd
like
say
most of
once
these are
too.
going to be once, unless it's like a local celebrity.
See, I don't know. I think like because we're saying that like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, it's not weird to
Like
see a
Mike
celebrity.
Tomlin, coach of the Steelers. If I saw him, I guess, would you consider him famous? I don't know.
He's famous enough for your
Yeah, so if I
area.
saw,
He's famous.
if I saw Mike Tomlin in the street, I'd be like, oh, hey, we're near Pittsburgh. That's Mike Tomlin. Cool. But then I'd have to consider if there was something going on in town that he's a part of, like a convention or something, like a
Yeah,
football meeting. Those happen, I'm sure. Uh, I'd say at that point, someone like Mike Tomlin, it would probably be like four times
interesting. Okay, four
because at that
times.
point, yeah, because the first time you see him, you're like, oh, we're near Pittsburgh. He must be here for a reason. The second time, you're like, oh, maybe he's getting lunch now, and I just bumped into him again. The third time, you're kind of like, wait a minute. This is getting weird. And by the fourth time, like, all right, I've seen Mike Tomlin four times in 24 hours. Something isn't right.
That's fair. I can see that. Okay.
Okay, John F. Kennedy. If I saw John F. Kennedy once, something's up. You go ahead. Tell me you'd see John F. Kennedy twice and be like, nope, this is fine.
Shanner, no.
Well,
You can't be making.
I can joke about John F. Kennedy.
No. That's a joke of poor
Who's
taste.
who's gonna get I wasn't considering the fact that he was shot, just that he was dead.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's fair.
I was gonna try a president, but that's a touchy subject right now. So John F. Kennedy was a safe choice. You know what? Jimmy Carter.
Okay, that's a good one.
He's he's a pretty chill guy. He's just building houses.
Yeah, he's doing stuff out there. I
I
would
would
not be
say,
surprised to see Jimmy Carter around. No, wait.
yeah,
I think he grew up in Kansas. Hold on.
if
Look
he
up
grew up in Kansas and I just guessed
Jimmy
that,
Carter. Uh,
origin.
origins. Oh no, Georgia. Sorry. No, wait. No, no, no. Hold on. Because he was a peanut farmer, right? Or a son of a peanut farmer. Carter was born and raised. Okay, Georgia. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
don't they grow peanuts in Georgia?
I thought it
Kansas
was
is not famous for.
Iowa. Who am I?
I was gonna
Oh, am I
say
thinking of Bill
Kansas is
Clinton?
not famous. Yeah, how many times have you saw Bill Clinton? That depends on where you are.
Oh my gosh.
If you're on, you can cut this joke out. If you're on Epstein Island and you see Bill Clinton more than once, it's not weird.
I'm cutting that out.
What? It just came out. I can't joke about Bill Clinton being a pedophile now. What's he gonna do? Sue us?
Oh, Arkansas. Clinton's from Arkansas.
Okay,
That's it.
that's the last Epstein Island joke I'll make this episode.
Anyways,
Except for Stephen Hawking.
are we gonna talk about? Is this really what we're gonna talk about?
No, we're not doing an episode on the island.
Good. Okay. We do P. Is it? I don't know. I'd say our content's PG, but we released an episode about cannibalism, so I'm not really sure where we are.
I don't think making a joke about Bill Clinton is more than PG. We're not saying what he did. We're
True.
just saying he was there, which is a fact
That's
now
true.
confirmed. But it's a touchy subject, so cut that. It was right there
No,
and I
it was
couldn't
right
pass
there.
it up.
It was right there. I
It
totally
was
get it.
right there. Okay, so Jimmy Carter. I would say with his work for like Habitat for Humanity, it would have to be maybe three times.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to two.
And like if it wasn't someone doing humanitarian work, like if it was just, a former president just hanging out, my number would go down to probably two. Like, Barack Obama, it would probably be once.
Sure.
Actually, you know what? Anyone besides Jimmy Carter, I think my number is one.
That's fair. I'm gonna say two. Stick with the Brad Pitt philosophy. If I know he's in the area doing something,
Mm,
or not know, but see him
right.
once. That's great, crazy and cool and stuff. But like second time, that's just weird.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Okay. Next topic. Ball caps. Baseball caps. Now, I
Now,
chose this one specifically because it is a well worn item that a lot of people wear.
mm, density matters, I think, in this question. Because if I saw, let's
Mm,
say, 50 ball caps throughout a day, sun up, sun down, it would not throw anything off in my mind. But if I'm in a crowd of people all at once and there's 50 ball caps all at once, then yeah, something's definitely up. And then the more that number goes up, the more suspicious I get. Now, and I mean, again, location matters. Like a football game, not going to bug me. But let's just
true.
go with on your normal daily basis, and neither of us, I think, interact with any environment where ball caps are necessarily required.
Mm,
Like I've got coworkers who wear them, and like you go to a store and ball caps are there. And I mean, maybe as a reporter, you have something a little different, or an editor, excuse me.
uh-huh.
But I think that spaced throughout a day, I would have to see like it would be in the hundreds. Like I'm thinking at least 150, if not 200, to set
Wow.
anything off in my mind.
How many people
But
work with
all
ball caps in your hospital?
it's not just the hospital. I'm talking like again, we're going with a normal day here. Like I get up, drive to work, and after work, go to the store and then drive home. So let's say I'm at like Walmart and Aldi's.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would say at that point, it would have to be like at least 150 for me to think, hey, that's a lot of all caps I saw today. Not just at the hospital. Now at the hospital, I don't know, probably like 40. No, 20. I know a couple people do, especially in like maintenance and housekeeping.
Mm-hmm.
But just throughout my day, altogether 150. In a crowd, I would say it's just like a normal crowd, let's say I don't know. I'm at the park. I don't know. Is it a big group of people at a park? 50. No,
Mm-hmm.
30. 30. 30 would probably be my something's up number, but 50 is my first guess. But yeah, altogether 150. What do you think?
This is a really tough question because I live in Kansas, and Kansas is primarily a rural state. And so everyone and their mother wears ball caps around here. Unless, and this is the caveat, unless you're in you're in like a desk job type of setting, like a blue collar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
No,
no,
no. I think
white collar,
white
sorry,
collar.
white collar type of job. But even then, sometimes those people come in with ball caps because their job's just like on the farming side of things. And yet they come in to like a city meeting. Anyways, that being said, it would have to be a certain situation, and everyone would have to be wearing a ball cap. So let
Yeah.
me let me paint the picture. So it would have to be this specific scenario. It would have to be in a like a white collar situation. So let's just say that. Darn, I gotta think of one now. Because like city meeting
Let's
wouldn't work.
say
Because like again, actually, okay, let's just go city meeting. In a city
city
meeting,
meeting.
let's just say there's like, and this is being very generous, but like 20 people in the room. Okay, if every single one of those people were wearing a ball cap, I think that's a bit weird.
That's yeah, I can see that.
Because you got like a mix of folks. You got some farmers probably in the crowd, and then you got like the city commissioners who are usually dressed up in like suit and tie and stuff. Um, and they wouldn't be wearing ball caps with their suits. That would be weird if someone was wearing a ball
Hmm.
cap with a suit and tie. That'd be weird.
Someone needs to invent a formal ball cap. Get on that.
That's a good idea. A formal ball cap.
Yeah, and don't come out with this, oh, but fedoras exist. I don't want a fedora.
No,
I'm thinking
no.
formal ball cap. I don't know how it would work. I don't care. Either we need a formal ball cap or we need to introduce ball caps into the formal wear.
See,
I
fedoras are
wouldn't
more
wear
like
one.
dress. They're like on the dress side of things, but not like white collar formal.
Yeah, so and I'm talking like plain black ball caps if you wear it, like match it to your suit.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say that we should have like sports logo ball caps be formal wear, but like if you matched a plain normal shaped ball cap to your suit, that should be allowed.
So what you're saying is you want to go back to top hats.
Wait, where's my I have a top hat.
You have a top hat?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Hey, take a picture after this and send it to me. Yeah, there you go, top hat. See, that would
Top
well,
hat.
that's the Americanized formal hat.
Yeah, here we go. This is what peak male fashion looks like.
Peak male
You
fashion.
may not like it. Too bad. You look like a pilgrim.
Anyways, I don't. To summarize, like it would have to be that situation in order for me to think it's weird. Like in a normal workday, everyone could be wearing a ball cap, and I wouldn't
Yeah.
blink an eye.
So that, begs the question, how many in a full day would it take for you to
Again,
know
like
something's off?
if everyone in a full day I saw was wearing a ball cap, I would not blink an eye.
What if they were each wearing two ball caps?
Oh well, that's just ridiculous, Shane. No one wears two ball caps.
Yeah, that's what would make it weird.
Two ball caps at the okay, yeah. If I saw one person wearing two ball caps at the same time, that would be weird
I
for
would
sure.
say two ball caps at the same time, it would take me at least three people.
Nah, just like one, like the double ball cap.
Nope.
Who does that?
I don't know. I live in, shoot, I just doxed myself.
Rep. I'll
Beat
bleep that.
that. That doesn't matter. Who's gonna come find me? My dad who listens, your dad.
Oh no, your dad's
If
gonna
your
find
dad if
you.
your dad wants to listen to this episode and come find me, he's more than welcome to come visit.
Your dad go visit Shaner and Butler. Oh, I just
Yeah,
said it
my
again.
yeah, again, who's gonna come find me? Ooh, I'm scared. If we have enough listeners to worry about doxing myself, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I know. We're doing good. We're doing good. All right, next question. I feel like we answered that one. Do we need to say
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
else?
No, I think we answered that
Okay,
one.
cool. Cool. Dogs.
Dogs.
Dogs. Go woof.
Okay, this answer is going to be pretty high, especially because, I think they're more prominent in a non-super urban setting. Like maybe if I lived in New York, it'd have to be probably a little less. But given where I am, I would say the number would have to be like, trying to think of all the dogs I've seen recently. In a normal work day, actually, the number's not as high as I thought. Probably 25 to 30 would be my, hey, something's weird limit. Because it's one of those things you think are everywhere, but the more you think about it, how many dogs do you see on a daily basis? Today, you know how many dogs I saw today?
How many?
Zero.
That's true.
Zero.
Yeah.
And
Most days I
I
see
went
zero
out
dogs too.
shopping. I went out shopping yesterday, like four different stores after going to work all day. Zero dogs.
Hmm. That's a fair point. That is a fair point.
But I don't think it would be weird to see a couple dogs.
Uh huh.
So the answer is definitely more than like 10 because you got service dogs, you got people just walking their dogs. I've got neighbors who have dogs. So I'm going to say my limit is 25.
Hmm.
There are also service dogs in the hospital too, though. I saw one the other day.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to consider service dogs as well now because they're allowed anywhere.
True. I would have to say probably. I think 20 is a good number.
Yeah,
10's
I can go
even a
in there.
lot because normally I don't see dogs. Sometimes a dog because people like to walk their dog and stuff like that. I'm gonna go 15. 15 dogs.
15's a fair number.
15. Okay, next one. Men in 1950s business wear. This goes back to the top hats.
Yeah, now this one's super specific, but I feel like the answer is more than you'd think. If you were walking down the street, let's say you're in insert city name here, uh, and you saw a man standing on the sidewalk wearing an authentic 1950s suit, would you be like, something's not right? You'd probably be like, cosplayer or something, or like, hey, maybe he's on TikTok or something. I don't know, a fashion blogger or something. You saw two, like maybe there's a convention or something in town. Maybe it's a meetup. I would say my number for if I saw it would probably be anywhere between 5 and 10.
5
Now
and
that's
10.
spaced out. That's spaced out.
Yeah.
Now all together at once, honestly, that number would be higher because the more they're grouped together, the more it feels like this is an event that's happening, you know? Like especially around, so let's swap the example just to make sense of what I'm saying. When the Run Fair rolls around, if you saw like four people dressed up as medieval peasants, you wouldn't think too much of it. But I mean, even if you didn't know the Ren Fair was happening, you could guess at that point there's probably something happening if four people at once are dressed up in the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's an event going on. But if I saw four different ones throughout my day, I think it would weird me out a little more.
That's a
So
good
I'm
point.
gonna say
That's a good point.
spaced out 5 to 10. Altogether, that number would have to be huge because any number of people could be at an event. I would say my number for that would be almost 100 for all together.
Okay, I'm gonna go with your methodology because I like how you're thinking. Um, so for spaced out, it would have to be 5,
Mhm.
probably. I'd be like, what the heck's going on? Altogether, I don't know, because like there could be like a party. I feel like 100.
Yeah.
I guess it also depends on where you're at. Because if you're in like Philadelphia, then yeah, there's a lot of people in Philadelphia, and those
Yeah.
types of things are huge. But if you're in like a town that's full of like 6,000 people, 100's like astronomical to get that many for people for like one themed party like that. So with that in mind, based on my current place, actually, funny enough, there's a town here that hosts like a Christmas party, but it's like 19. It's not 1950s. I think it's kind of general, but like early 1900s. It's kind of like
Yeah,
the theme. So that does exist around here. It would have to be like 50,
that's fair.
because like that, even the 50 is a big pull. It would have to be over 50 in order for me to think it's weird. Knowing that, there's some places around that would hold something like that, but 50 people
Right.
all in garb like that is still a lot for an area around here. So, final answer. Next question. Topic. I still don't know what to call these.
Prompt.
Prompt. That's a good word.
Mhm.
That's why you're on the podcast, Shaner, because you just fill in my sandwiches. That was a really bad reference. I'm really sad I made
You
that
didn't even get the
reference.
reference. You didn't even get the reference right.
Well, I was kind of playing. I
Yeah, I
twisted
fill
it.
in your phrase. Your phrasing was, "I fill in your sandwiches."
I know.
And he's over here going like, "This sandwich has got lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, onions. What's it missing?" And I come along like ham. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Ignore the fact that I made those sound effects. That's my job here. I fill in those sandwiches.
Next bullet point.
You didn't even use the word I gave
You're
you.
right. Prompt. Sorry, prompt. House
So much for
fires.
filling. House fire. Oh, this is a good one.
House fires. I don't
Oh,
even know
this
what to
is
think about this one. This is one. This is a prompt you came up with, and I
yeah.
don't even know where to start with this one.
Because like one house fire, you'd think, yeah, that's an accident. It's I guess the limit is how many house fires would you have to see beyond thinking it's weird to think that there's a serial arsonist on the loose.
Hmm. I think this one also has to do with like proximity, because like house fire in rural Pennsylvania, a lot of them stands out a lot more because the houses are like separated and stuff. But in like
Mm.
again Philly, where like everything's next to each other, fires spread, so you could have multiple
But we're
houses
talking
catch on
about where
fire.
we live specifically.
No, it's true. It's true. Yeah, but you
So
could be in Philadelphia one day.
I hope not.
I guess you're right. I'm thinking too broadly for where we're at.
If I'm in Philadelphia, that's too many things. One Philadelphia, that's my limit.
All
If I
right.
see two Philadelphias, that's it. I'm out of here.
House fires for me. Stuff catches on fire a lot in Kansas, unfortunately.
Thought about fixing that.
Huh?
Are you gonna? You should report on that. Why do things catch on fire in Kansas, Eddie?
It's because it's so dry.
I'm not saying you're starting to sound like an arsonist, but if I were an arsonist,
It's a
I too would
fact. There
say,
have been things that have caught on fire before I've been here. There have been so many historical buildings around here that have caught on fire and burned down. It's
"Oh
it's kind of
yeah,
sketchy.
yeah, sure,
Oh,
yeah."
shut up.
People just get murdered so easily in Pennsylvania. Like,
Stop! I'm not an
oh,
arsonist.
banks
Leave
just
me
get
alone.
robbed. Like banks just get robbed so easily. Whatever town I'm living in, I tell you what. Any town I roll into, they're like, these banks keep getting robbed. That's weird.
That being said, three houses. If three or more houses caught on fire, I think that would be pretty weird.
I think I'd have to agree with you. Three would be where I'd start thinking, something's up. Three in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
they'd
I think
have
I've
to be
seen
in like
two in one
totally
day.
different areas. Like if they were like close to each other, I'd be fine. Like I'd be okay, yeah, the fire spread to another one. Goes
Those
the
three
wind.
houses right next to each other all caught on fire. Something's not right.
I'm just saying it'd be more plausible. Okay, if it's three houses in different areas, I think that's weird. But if they're all clumped together, it would have to be more than five.
If they're all clumped together, there's no limit. Because that's just how fire works.
Okay, yeah, but like a couple houses burning down because they're together is different than like a whole city block.
How?
It's just size wise, that's so many more buildings.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be weird because the fire just spreads. Like the Great Chicago Fire.
Okay, it's not 19. Okay, wait, hold on. What is it?
Apparently,
Chicago
everything just
fire.
catches on fire in Kansas. So,
Chicago fire. I forgot
how
to
to
say
recreate?
great. Hold on.
It's a
Great
TV show.
Chicago fire. Great Chicago Fire was a.
1871.
I'm screen share. I was gonna say, how the heck did you know
Boom!
that?
Right off the top of my head.
Okay, yeah, it's not 1871. Okay, buildings are better. Fire departments are more
Apparently not in
responsive.
Kansas.
Like,
Not in Kansas.
well, that's a
Not with Eddie
topic
the
for a different
arsonist
time.
around.
Okay, but like, it's not like. Oh, hold on. How many? Destroying roughly 3.3 square mile. Oh, that's a lot more than I
That's
thought.
it?
What do you mean that's it? That's
I thought it burned
3.3
down like.
square miles.
You know how long 3 miles? It's not that long. I thought like
Oh my gosh.
almost the whole city caught on fire. I didn't realize it was
Shaner's
only.
dehumanizing the Great Chicago Fire.
Yeah,
Cancel
it's
him.
past. No, it is not. It is not that recent. Fine, I gave you JFK. I'm not giving you the Great Chicago Fire. I can joke about the Great Chicago Fire. It's out of. It's not too soon.
Okay, whatever.
It's within the public domain of joking.
it's it's
Hey, what do you say? On the topic of public domain, real quick, what do you say I slap Steamboat Willie in the thumbnail? Because we can do that now.
We could do that, but it wouldn't like. You know what? Let's add him. He'll be a prompt. Steamboat Willie. He'll be your next one. We'll talk about him next.
How many Steamboat Willies? Okay, so my answer for buildings burning, I'm going to agree with you 3. Altogether, I don't think there would be a limit.
That's just terrible, Shaner.
What? You're the one who's like, oh, everything catches on fire in Kansas.
Yeah, but like not being shocked if like the whole city were to burn down, that's crazy.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't be shocked. I just wouldn't think it wouldn't seem like something's off. If all the buildings are clumped together, like
That's
if I'm
whack.
talking like in, Cannonsburg, where all the houses are literally sitting like 2 inches from each other, I'd be like, yeah,
Sure.
that's how fire works.
But like how big is Okay, how big is Cannonsburg? Cannonsburg, PA.
Yeah.
Cannonsburg, PA. Population 9,000. You wouldn't blink an eye if 9,000 people's homes caught on fire and burnt down.
Assuming that all of those homes were less than 1 foot apart, no.
But that's not that. They're not though. Like they're more spread out. I mean, I
Okay,
haven't been to
that's my
Cannonsburg,
point.
but
That's my point is saying that with buildings that are clumped together, there is no limit.
see, I disagree.
But like
There's
a whole
stopping point.
city,
The fire department will stop it at some point.
I'm just saying, fireworks like fireworks, and if you had a whole city where every building was clumped together less than a foot from each other in the entire city, theoretically, I would not bat an eye if the whole city burned down. I would because it would be terrible, but I wouldn't go like, something's up here. This ain't right. I'd be like, no, that's how fire works.
Okay. Separately, it would have to be 3 or more.
I agree with you on separately. Yeah, 3 or more in one day.
All
Yeah,
clumped together, it would have to be more than 10.
no limit.
See, no limits. Okay, hold on. I live
More
in
than
Kansas,
10?
so like 10's probable. So even then, like a
You're-
fire department would stop it. I guess it depends on the town because not all towns have a fire department. The ones with significant populations would have a fire department. Okay, I'm thinking too hard about this.
You're thinking
We're just
way
gonna
too
go at
hard.
10 because I'm not sure. It would depend on the town, but I would say 10.
I definitely would not sneeze at 10.
All right. Fair. Either way. Okay, Steamboat Willie.
So are we talking just actual Steamboat Willie? Because 1 would be my limit. If I'm walking down the street and he's just like standing there,
No. Okay,
One.
well, hold on. You want to
One
actually
Steamboat
see
Willie.
him in person.
that's what I'm saying. That's why 1 would be my limit.
But no, it would be like, in the appropriate thing, like...
This one's going to have to be higher because now that he's entered the public domain, he's become so much more prominent.
Oh, for certain. Did you see? Sorry, side topic. Did you hear that someone uploaded the entire like animation to YouTube?
I respect it.
Yeah, just like to put the
You
whole
know what?
thing on
Disney
there.
is such a stickler about their copyright. As much as I love Disney, it's kind of funny.
Oh, it's terribly hilarious. I
My
love it.
favorite. I won't talk about my favorite one I saw.
I'll
I'm not allowed to joke about famous historical tragedies
No, you're
on
not.
this channel, so I
No
won't
shit.
talk
You're
about
done.
the
You're
fucking
cut off, man. You're cut off.
Steamboat Willie was on the grassy knoll. That's all I'm saying. Who would have thought we snuck two JFK references in this episode?
Steamboat Willie. Yeah,
Where do you
that's
think that boat
tricky.
was going?
I'm trying to move on. I would have to be more than like 20 times probably. Now that it's like a popular topic.
I'd go higher than 20.
Nowadays, 20. If it's in like the future, like the hype's died down or whatever, I would say more than I would say 10.
100 right now.
100 right now. That's a lot.
Yeah. He's just everywhere right now. I'm seeing memes. I'm seeing videos. I'm seeing Facebook posts about lawyers who are like, here's people just say it's all Mickey Mouse. No, it's Steamboat Willie. And other lawyers are like, well, actually, you could technically use the full Mickey Mouse if you assembled parts from a bunch of different Disney ads that are now public domain. Yeah, I'm seeing him everywhere. 100 is my cap for that.
Okay, I guess he's not so much in my feeds. My social he's not
But
so much in my social media feeds, so
but like I said, actually seeing Steamboat Willie, one.
oh yeah, one. Like in person, I'm like, what's
If
going
I
on?
saw Steamboat Willie in person, I would just probably like check myself into a mental institution.
Bro, am I in LSDs? Is someone like slipped me a couple mushrooms? Some
Boom.
shrooms?
If I, you know what? If that's all I saw in mushrooms was Steamboat Willie. Hey, anyone out there who knows about mushrooms, you got one that can make you see Steamboat Willie? I don't want to take it, but I want to know. Do you have a specific mushroom that can make you see Steamboat Willie?
On today's episode of oddly specific things, we have LSD that'll make you
Today's
see Steamboat Willie.
On today's episode of Small Beard's Big Opinions, Eddie and Jacob take mushrooms that make you see Steamboat Willie and nothing else.
How much? Okay, I'm gonna go down this rabbit trail. How much would someone have to pay you in order? Actually, let me rephrase the question. How many views would make it worth it to you?
To take mushrooms?
Yeah.
None. I don't think I could. I like remaining in control of my facilities.
I mean, I do too, but like,
I like knowing what's going on.
I also like views. I care more
I
about views than you do, but
hey, if someone out there, this is like the crop, you know what, this is the crop top discussion all over again.
you're right. Yeah, it is.
We're back to the crop top
Back to the
discussion.
crop top. This is a good discussion.
That was a great one. That's one of our
All
best.
right, I think. Sorry, I'm still stuck on the views question.
Okay, if anyone out there
It
has
would
the mushroom
have
that
to
makes
be
you see
over a
Steamboat
million. I would
Willie.
have to get over 1 million views in order to take LSD.
All right, you heard people. Hey, if anyone out there has a mushroom that makes you see Steamboat Willie and has a way for us to get millions of views or billions of views, Eddie said he'll do it.
I said millions, and I mean there is technically
Oh,
a way to
millions.
buy
Okay.
views, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna do
I'm gonna
this.
buy views. Like, look, Eddie, that last video got 1 million views, and I just happened to have found the guy who got the mushroom that can make you see Steamboat Willie.
If this video gets how many likes?
We have to make it a higher number than what we
If
normally
this
get.
video gets 100,000 likes, I will take LSD for a video.
Done. If this video gets 40 likes, I will dress up like Steamboat Willie for the next episode.
Hey, if 40 likes, now we gotta make it more achievable. 40 likes, I think, is pushing it
Fine.
for us, unfortunately.
10. 10.
Okay, 10.
If this video gets 10 likes, I will dress up like Steamboat Willie for the next episode.
Okay. That's crazy. 10 likes, you dress up as Steamboat Willie. 100,000 likes, I take LSD.
Yeah, the stakes are on here, baby. And he's like, hard drugs, Steamboat Willie.
I didn't say cocaine. I did not say cocaine. I just said LSD.
Sure, not yet.
Is LSD addictive? I should check that.
You should really look that up
I
before
should.
you're just
I'm assuming
putting that
it's
out
not.
there.
Hold on. Is LSD
Cheap.
addictive? If this video gets 100,000 likes, I'll be able to afford LSD. I'm sure. LSD, Brown University. I don't know what Brown University.
It says it right there. LSD is not considered.
I know, but I was actually looking for a site that I know. Although LSD is considered to be a non-addictive drug, people can be addicted to the sights, sounds, and revelations. I could be addicted to
So you're not
Steamboat Willie on
addicted.
LSD.
You're not addicted to the drug. You're just addicted to seeing Steamboat Willie.
Oh man, I would love to make
We
that.
took a rabbit hole.
I would
on this
love to make that
episode.
the YouTube title, but that would not work out, man.
I'm addicted to Steamboat Willie. That's the episode title. That's going to the thumbnail.
Oh man, I would love. It doesn't make any sense with the show though.
That's what gets people to watch it.
You know what?
Imagine
You're right.
you're scrolling through YouTube and you see a thumbnail that says, I'm addicted to Steamboat Willie.
You know what? You're right. You're right. That's the thumbnail, folks. If you're watching this, now you know why the thumbnail and title are about Steamboat Willie.
Yep, and I'm sorry if you liked How Many Things is Too Many Things. Eddie didn't like it, but he does like LSD and Steamboat Willie, so here we are.
Okay. Anyways, final couple.
What were we talking about?
That's a great question. We were talking about Steamboat Willie. Now we're done that. Oh, commercials.
So how many commercials would I have to see in a day?
Yeah.
That number would go way, 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 way up.
Yeah, we'd have to have. How many do you think you see in a day?
Well, that depends. If I'm at work. Okay, wait, are we counting ads or just like TV commercials?
Ads or commercials?
Like I'm talking like on social medias and stuff.
Yeah, okay, like a commercial, like on YouTube or like a TV.
Okay.
Not like a banner ad.
Then if we're including YouTube ads, like video ads,
I would
it's
consider
a
those
lot.
commercials. I mean, they're internet commercials,
Yeah.
essentially.
Then it would have to be a lot. TV commercials by themselves, I still see a lot at work because of where I eat lunch.
Mm-hmm.
We're usually watching TV, but I would say the number would have to be like in the hundreds at least.
Yeah.
Probably. See, I want to say it's more, but I think I'd have to stick with 100 because as many ads as I see, 100 is a lot. I'm gonna go with 150. Maybe no, 100, just 100.
Okay. That's fair. See, I don't
Now
have
the
TV in
same
my workplace, but I watch a lot of YouTube while I work.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes it's like brainless work and I'm just doing, like, layout and stuff, so I can throw on, like, a video that I can listen to, but I don't have to, like, pay attention to. Kind of like a podcast most of the time.
Yeah.
And those are usually on the longer side, so those are going to have more ad rolls.
Now, we also got to consider the same commercial.
Ooh, we can answer that one
Okay.
next.
Yeah, so let's see what your
I
limit
would
for
say
commercials is.
if each video I watched had 5 ad rolls, I would think that's really weird.
Hmm.
So, quick mathing that, let's just say let's just say 100. That's
Yep.
overstepping it, but nah, 100's
Yeah.
too much. 50? 50 seems short. Do I watch 10 YouTube videos a day? That's a bit high.
Even if you don't,
50. We're going to go with 50.
like, yeah, okay, fine. 50 is a fair number. I'm still going with 100 because I have the added TV at work.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Now the same ad.
The same ad. I would say that one goes down actually,
Oh,
and
significantly.
I'm gonna say mine would have to be still high though, because ads are so common, repeating nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
In a day, I'd have to say it would be like 20 times before I start getting weirded out.
Okay, so maybe you've had this issue. So recently, YouTube really liked to feed me like the Mint Mobile ads.
Yeah.
Mint Mobile is a cell phone, like a telephone service company that Ryan
Who
Reynolds
has now,
owns.
don't get me wrong, those are good ads.
Hey, they're good ads. Simple to the point, not too
But
flashy. Hey, they're good ads.
now the same Mint Mobile ad, like
The
exact same.
same Mint Mobile ad. Well, yeah. Well, the thing is with that, like, I get a lot of Mint Mobile ads, but like they're always different for the most part.
Yeah.
So like I'm not seeing the same one every day. I might see them like back to back days, but like I'm not
Mhm.
seeing the same one twice in a day, I think. So if we're going based on YouTube, if I was sitting down and watching like a TV, like I was watching like a football game, it would have to be like 5 times for the same ad, probably. That'd be a bit out there. But for YouTube, it would probably have to actually five. Five. We'll go with five. Because I'd be like, yo, what's wrong with
I'm
the
still going
algorithm? What's
20.
going on here?
While you're here, we'd like to talk to you about Raid Shadow Legends.
Dude, I wish. I
Boom,
wish.
now you see another commercial.
Bam! I put like a fake commercial. Okay, for our last.
It's too late for this.
It's okay. It's actually okay. Yeah, that's true. We gotta wrap
Uh-huh.
up. You gotta go to bed.
I don't have to go to bed. That is for suckers.
Okay, sure. All right, for our last prompt, we're gonna go back to the one prompt that started this all: owls.
500.
Are they birds or are they actually dinosaurs? Sorry.
Well, I'm stumped.
My bad. Okay. Sorry, guys. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. Owls. How often do you see an owl?
I haven't seen an owl in person, not at a zoo. We're not counting zoos because zoos are
Yeah.
anomalies in this situation.
Every day.
I have,
Everyday life.
I would say I haven't seen an owl in a while, but seeing one wouldn't make me think something's weird. It would have to
Sure.
be at least three. If I saw three owls in the course, you know what? In the full course of a day, spread out, five owls, I think, would weird me out. Altogether, uh, probably more than five, five or more. So, you know what? Five spread throughout the day or five at once. That's
5
my
at once
limit.
would be really weird.
Yeah, if you saw five owls staring at you at once, you're cursed.
No, Shannon, that's cats. That's different. Or crows.
I
Sorry,
thought
crows. I don't know. Whatever.
cats?
I was thinking like
We could
black
just
cats.
throw any animal in
But
there.
that's only a single black cat.
That's walruses.
What?
If you see five walruses at once, cursed.
Dude, if I see one walrus in Kansas, that's enough for me. I'm out of here. I'm
Google
wondering if the world's ending.
price
Global
of
warming has been
overnighting.
sped up, people. That all said, we're done with our show. We're going to bed. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, do all the things.
Yeah, we did everything the algorithm wants. We talked about Steamboat Willie. We talked about popular celebrities doing things popular celebrities shouldn't do. Fill in for that what you will, because I'm not saying it again. We talked about John F. Kennedy. Like, what more does the algorithm want?
Yeah, what more do you guys? What more does the algorithm want and you guys want? We've hit all the spots. We've hit them all.
Now, remember, 100,000 likes, Eddie sees Steamboat Willie on LSD.
Yeah,
10 likes, I dress up as Steamboat Willie for the next episode.
I'm liking this episode for sure.
Gotta get 10 likes.
Gotta get 10 likes.
If it
I'll
doesn't
push
get 10 likes, I will be sad.
Okay, sure, whatever.
I don't know. I didn't know. I couldn't come up with a good alternative in time.
Everyone, stay warm out there because I know it's cold. Be safe. and have a good night. Take care.
Goodbye.